Happy Thursday, co-creators, and welcome to another edition of Teena Sessions, 365 inspirational quotes with me, your life coach, Teena Jones. How is everyone doing on this Thursday? Hope your day is going wonderful. Mine started off really nice. Carl surprised me with a wonderful breakfast at the Breakfast Club in downtown Houston. If you've never visited that place, please go. If you're not from the Houston area and you plan on visiting, whenever you come to town, you've got to check out the Breakfast Club. The ambiance is wonderful, the coffee is wonderful, and the food is superb. Customer service, top notch. So I just had a grade A experience all the way around. So whether you're new or you are one of my loyal viewers, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me on Teena Sessions on day 81 of Teena Sessions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, you know, it's Thursday. We talk about money every Thursday, and today is no different. I'm going to hit you with a wonderful quote, and it goes like this. Listen to your gut. It's where God speaks the loudest. Today, we're going to talk about discernment. You know, discernment is defined as knowing something in your intuition, knowing and taking spiritual direction. I like that definition of it. Let me repeat it. Discernment is knowing and taking spiritual direction. So if your perception is a little off, your spiritual direction, your inner compass will guide you to the right decision of what you should do. And you may be wondering, Teena, what does this have to do with money? Well, I'm glad you asked. Have you ever thought about winning the lottery and what you would do if you won the lottery or if you came into a windfall of money? Oftentimes we daydream about what we would do, what we would buy, who we would help. And in particular, that's what I want to talk about today. Who we would bless if we had a large sum of money. Now, it is so important that you develop your intuition and you get discernment down, because once you do, you will understand and know that everyone is not ready for everything. Let me repeat that. Everyone is not ready for everything. So in your mind, you may say, man, if I had $10 million, I would give my best friend $100,000, $500,000, instead of checking with your gut first, instead of going into prayer first. You see, you may be blocking your windfall because you will be using it in not the wrong way, but you have not quite got discernment down. It's very, very important to know that you may be ready for the blessing, but the people around you may not be. And if you have not consulted with your higher self, with your God self, before you allocate funds, then you could be messing something up. Sometimes the money you think you're helping someone with could be a detriment to them. If a person has a dormant addiction of maybe, a hidden addiction you may not know about, that may be activated once they get money. So, they may love to gamble here and there, but now they have all of this money. You've given them 30,000, 100,000 of unexpected cash money. And now they're off to Vegas and they may blow it at the crap table, 50,000, 100,000. And now they done got a taste of, they may win a little and, 200, they may double their money. Now they're going to play it back. Now that taste has been wet. And now they're playing with the rent money, the mortgage money. They're playing with their income, their spouse's income, all because you wanted to be helpful, you see. Now you may be wondering why I'm bringing this up, because discernment is so important. You can have the best intentions. You can have a wonderful heart to want to do for people. And some of you you want people's approval. You think if I come in all this money, people are going to expect it. But let me tell you, if you're walking this spiritual path, it is so important that you cannot skip the step of discernment. You've got to go into prayer and ask God, I am a servant of yours. Okay, I want to be a good steward of your money. These are your resources that you allowed me to have stewardship over, you see. And so this is not about an ego thing to build myself up if I'm giving someone something to make myself feel good. That's an egotistical motivation. Oh, I want to look good, so that's why I'm going to help you. No, 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 no. You've got to be on the path of doing what God ordered your steps to do. God may say, only give them 5,000 because he knows a person's heart. You see, he knows what would help them and what would hurt them. You don't. You think you know, but you have no idea. So practicing discernment, really sharpening your intuition is so important when it comes to money, you guys. Even if you don't have a large sum of money and you may just make a good living, and you may want to help certain people. And inadvertently, you could be hurting them and you don't even know it, you know? You've got to find out what your higher self wants you to do and then do it. It's just that simple. God doesn't want me to do that. I'll say that in a minute. I don't do anything that I don't feel spirit telling me to do. It's just that simple. If it's hard for you to say no, say God told me to say no. Put it on God. I was in meditation about it and my spirit said no. No. And if never do anything that's against your alignment, if you feel off about it, like say for instance, someone is experiencing some hard times. I've been there. I've had people help me as I've helped other people. But I never want anyone, and even then, when I needed help, I never want anyone to come out of their alignment. And so if God said no to you, say no to me. It's just that simple because it's very important that everything happens for the highest good for all concerned. You see, we're all participants in this play called life, and God is the director. And so we all have to play our parts, you see. And so you have to play your role. Before I give anything to anyone, whether it's my time, money, a favor, I go in prayer. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do. Pray about it. God, what do you think? Okay, do it. Or no, I don't feel right about it. Don't do it. Because let me tell you what happens when you go against your gut. When you got a feeling, many of you have felt that feeling of, I really shouldn't be doing this. But you do it anyway. It could be out of obligation. It could be out of responsibility. You feel responsible for them. You feel, they don't have anyone else. And you should not do that. Because God is working miracles out, not just for you, but for everyone concerned. And if you are in the way, you are blocking what God is trying to do for that individual. And you don't want to do that, you see. You want to be an instrument of peace and not confusion. And so that's why it's so important that you go to the source and you find out, should I or shouldn't I do this? And if you ever feel off and you do it anyway, oh my goodness, then that person comes to you again and again. And now what started out as, I'm so grateful, now you are expected to do it. And the first time you don't do it, oh man, you're gonna meet resistance. You're gonna meet people talking about you and being upset with you, you see, because you went against yourself. Never go against you. Never go against your gut. Never go against your intuition when your intuition is telling you, don't do that. Don't go there. Listen to it. Follow it. And tell that individual, I wish I could, or no, I don't wish I could. I can't do it. With a period. It's not a comma, because a comma means something is coming after that. But there's a but. No but. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'll pray for you. And it's just that simple. Okay? And so I know that may be difficult for many of you, but if you want God to continue to bless you, for you to have manifestation in your life, then you need to be an instrument of discernment. It's time for you to practice following your intuition. And for those that still quite don't know how to follow their intuition, meditate, meditate, meditate. It's the only way I know. If there's another way, I will make sure I let you guys know. You've got to meditate so you can quieten your mind. That's the whole idea of meditation, is to quiet the mind so that you can hear the voice of God. How do you do that? With practice. It's like any other muscle. You practice by quieting your mind. 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. And before you know it, you can feel, it happens for different people. Discernment, the intuition speaks in their gut, in your actual stomach, some in their chest, some in their throat. There is so many different ways in which spirit speaks to you. But you've got to know how spirit speaks to you. And the only way you can know that is to quieten your mind and discover how God talks to you. And then once you come from that place, it's a place of power. And so now God can continue to say, turn right, don't turn left, or stop. Could be saving you from something, all of a sudden, auditory blessings. God can actually literally speak to you. That's a secondary for me. It's not a primary, but it's a secondary. I can literally hear stop, and I stop. It could be something that God is trying to save you from, or turn right, trying to bring you to something, you see. So it's so important to follow discernment, follow your heart, follow what Spirit is telling you so that you can get the blessings that you need and that you can bless others. Because yes, I believe we're all here to bless other people and for people to bless us. I believe that. But not everyone is ready for everything. Okay? They're just not. Everybody's on different paths on this journey to God. We're all on different levels, on grade levels. Think of grades: kindergarten, first grade, seventh grade, eighth grade, college. There are different people on different levels, not good or bad, just different. And so you've got to adhere to the voice of God and to the Spirit in ordering your steps in which way you should go and bless other people. Okay? And anyway, not just with monetary values, but with your time. You never want to give yourself to the point to where you're frustrated. Give to the point where now you're resentful. That's not good. That means you didn't come from the reservoir of your intuition. You came from that empty place. You came from that place that's not God, you see. And so as a result, you're now frustrated. You're now resentful. You're now tired, and that's never good. That means you gave from the wrong place. And I want to help you get back on the right path. Practice your intuition, practice meditation, and follow your discernment. All right? The affirmation of the day: I'm guided with the sense of knowing, and I always follow it. I am guided with the sense of knowing, and I always follow it. All right? If you have any questions about today's 81st day of the Teena sessions, email me, naturalborncoach@hotmail.com. All right, well, let's get some guided meditation going on. Whatever you need to do to prepare yourself, go ahead and do that now while I grab the music. And if you're ready, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release, and let go. Again, take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release, and let go. I am learning to follow my heart, knowing that it always leads me in the right direction. God is truly on my side, and I love knowing that God is in total control. I follow my intuition step by step in the direction in which it will have me go. I won't stray from my alignment. I'm practicing discernment right here and right now. With this new knowledge, I now feel empowered, knowing there's a higher power guiding, directing, and ordering my steps. Thank you, God, for this gift of knowing. And so it is. Thank you all. I love each and every one of you. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Bye-bye.